Welcome here today to Hot Legendary Wheels. Dad, how are you doing today?
I am doing really good. It is a beautiful day.
Dad, today is very special because it's very monumental.
Yes, I tell you, exciting times for Hot Legendary Wheels.
We have literally on YouTube hit 106 subscribers, and we promised you if we hit 100 subscribers, which we went over that, we would bring you a legendary lineup show. But this show is not just for YouTube. This show is also for our special followers on Twitter. We have reached 23 followers on Twitter with over 20,000 views on our website on Twitter. This show is also for our fans and viewers on Facebook. You are legendary. Every single one of our viewers, every single one of our subscribers, every single one of our followers, you are legendary. And today, Dad, is a show dedicated to each and every one of them.
That's right. We had already promised that if we hit the 100 on subscribers, well, we did it. And because of you guys and because of the fact that you took the time to subscribe, we thank y'all so much for that. And, well, everybody's wanting to see those Nomads.
Wow. So today we have got Nomad City here today. Dad, first and foremost, I'm going to let them know that in this next show, we have to the right of the screen, we have a box of Hot Wheels and Matchbox.
Yep.
We're going to be giving the stats in this next show of each and every one of these die casts from Hot Wheels and Matchbox. Also, I wonder if anybody sees a Nomad in our backdrop anywhere. If you see a Nomad in the backdrop of this video, it's going to be near the cargo carrier. If you see it, leave a comment to this show right now. We're going to show them the special show.
Yeah, let's get right to it.
So we promised y'all that we would show you the collection of Nomads that we have. Of course, this is not all the collection, but we're going to show you what we do have here today. Dad, also in the show, we're going to show them here today. Look at this. This is a special Camaro. Very special Camaro. And we have an original that's somewhere in this box up in here. An original. I wonder if anybody can point out the original one in this box. If you can point it out, leave a comment because there is an original in the box somewhere.
That's right. We got the real deal up there.
But first and foremost, we're going to start off with, Dad, what do you have over here to the left of our screen for our viewers, our subscribers, and our followers here today?
Well, we have a group of Nomads and regular bel-airs that we have brought out today because the Nomad was actually made originally from a bel-air station wagon.
So which one do you want to show first over here today?
Well, I think what we're going to try to do is start at the very start. We're going to recap something right quick. You remember we had a special on the 1954, and everybody calls it the Corvette Nomad. But as I said before, it was not really a Corvette. Yeah, they made the body parts resemble the Corvette, but they actually built the car off of a 1953 Chevrolet station wagon, which made the wagon a full-length wagon, and actually made it a lot larger than what the Corvette would normally be. But what it was at the Motorama, GM's Motorama up in New York City in 1952. They wanted to see what kind of reaction they would get off of a car that had the ribbed ceiling and had 7 chrome vertical trim marks on the tailgate.
Right here, look at the back. There's the 7 vertical trail marks right there. As you can see
boy, that made a wow sensation right there. People loved that car. They had the cutouts on the rear wheels, so the car just looked cool. Well, it just got such a rousing, just such a most positive results off it. That's what Chevrolet wanted, of course. But in 1955, they produced a Nomad. This thing never was on sale. It was only a show car. But the 1955 was the very first Nomad.
So right here, we have, there it is, originally in the pack. Of course, this is not the original one. This is a duplication of it. This is back from the 1996 models. The stylish vintage wagon, the Chevy Nomad, collector number 502, the Hot Wheels vintage Nomad.
Now this Nomad in 1955 was built off of a regular station wagon, but it only had 2 doors. It was special in that, and it had the same ribbed ceiling, roof, as the 54 did.
See that right there?
And they carried over the 7 vertical chrome trims on the tailgate.
There's the 7 vertical trims again on the tailgate. Look at both of these vertical trims. See them? There are the vertical trims to the tailgate.
Had a brand new symmetrical dashboard on it. It was real cool. Everything was real nice inside. And it had a lot of different options for that year. As a matter of fact, the same as the 54, it had a power window that went down into the tailgate and totally disappeared. It had a lot of options on it. One of the things that made it distinctive, different than the 55 Chevy or the 55 regular Chevy wagon, was the fact that this 1955 right here, if you look at it, it had the wheel. You see the wheel openings on the back of that 1955? That's the standard wheel openings, right?
Okay, so here's the standard wheel openings.
On the rear.
Right there.
But if you look at the Nomad, it was cut out just like the show car. You see that? Yeah. But here's the little kicker about the Nomad.
Look at that right there.
It was not like the regular station wagon, so everything behind the firewall, everything from the firewall to the rear of the car was different. So this made it very expensive in case of repairs too, because it was like they only made a few of these Nomads made 4 times as many station wagons as they did the Nomad. So there was very few Nomads as far as station wagons went. But people loved them and they would buy them because, they were just kind of cool looking to drive. But then that carried over to 1956. And
wow.
Yeah.
So over here, Dad. Ooh, we have a Racing Champions.
We got a Racing Champion.
Hold up. Okay, so let's move these out of the way. Let's move these iconic, legendary automobiles.
Hadn't seen too many of those Racing Champions, have you?
Wow.
Let's put many of those up, but we got a bunch of them.
This is one of 9,999 adult collectibles. It is a Racing Champions mint.
It is.
So, this is for all of this show here today is for all of our subscribers, viewers, followers on YouTube and Twitter. We have hit over 100 subscribers on YouTube. We're at 106. Of course, we don't want to stop there. If we hit 150 subscribers, we'll have another special legendary show for you. But today, man, we have hit a landmark here today on Hot Legendary Wheels. And so we promised you the 56, the 57 Nomads. And we're going to deliver them to you here today. Plus, this iconic Hot Wheels Camaro that you don't want to miss at the end of the show. Plus that, I wonder if they see anywhere in this box right here an original. An original. I wonder if they can point it out. If you can, comment. Show us where it is. It's somewhere in this box.
Yeah,
but here is the Racing Champions Mint 56 Chevy Nomad.
If you see the colors on the Chevy Nomad there, those were some of the colors that were actually on the Nomad for 1956. That is the color scheme, the two-tone. And another thing is about this Nomad, notice the rear wheel cutouts.
Ooh,
they're not cut out.
Look at that.
They're
look at this Hot Wheels one.
Yeah.
This is a 55. Look at the 56.
The 56 looked just like the 1956 station wagon, except it was 2-door. It had the ribbed roof. And once again, it had those 7 vertical trim,
Look at the back.
chrome on the rear tailgate.
I think that's one of the signatures to the
That
Nomad.
is, and that really just set the crowd off when they saw that. Was the coolest thing. It looked so cool.
Wow.
But it retained the same symmetrical dashboard and interior as the 1955. They never changed any of that.
Right.
But the cars were very good. They disguised the actual gas filler area, because where it was behind one of the taillights. You just swing the taillight out, and there was your gas filler, and you fill the car up right there at the taillight. So that was a very clever deal right there. But with everything else, one of the things that they would say about this car is the hot one's even hotter. That was one of Chevy's themes. Matter of fact, this car came in the Nomad, but they also, like I said, they produced every year they produced about 4 times as many station wagons as they did the Nomad. The Nomad was still a big seller, though. They sold them all. They went very fast. But this particular car here is one of the beautiful ones. It was leading up to the 1957, but they had this car also. It came in the Bel-Air, which was one of the famous one, the 4-door. It came in the 2-door hardtop, but it came in the ragtop as well, in the convertible. And but matter of fact, on down the road, I've got a 1956 118 convertible that's going to blow their socks off.
Hold up. Let's pause for just a moment.
They're going to see it.
What did you say?
It's coming.
What did you say?
It's a 1956 convertible, 118 scale.
Okay, so if we reach 100,
it is beautiful.
We're at 106 subscribers right now. If we reach 120 subscribers on YouTube, we will show you
the 1956. It's the 1956 Bel-Air Chevrolet.
We will show you that if we reach 100, because you don't want to miss it. Subscribe on this channel, Hot Legendary Wheels, right now. Follow us on Twitter, and we will show you this original Nomad that Dad has.
It will be a beautiful convertible you will really enjoy. And I tell you what, over the years that I've had it, I have it on the shelf when I walk by, and I get to see it quite often. And it just kind of, I don't know, I love the 1955, 56, and 57 Chevys. They're just gorgeous automobiles.
And talking about the 57 Chevy Nomad, we have a special one.
This is the 1956 hot rod version.
Oh, wow. So here is Dad from Hot Rod Magazine. Teaming up with Racing Champions. We've been talking about the 1956 Chevy Nomad from Racing Champions over here, part of the Mint series. And now we have part of the Racing Champions. The Hot Rod Magazine presents America's hottest street machines. And this is one of 19,998. Here is another legendary, iconic 1956 Chevrolet Nomad from Hot Rod Magazine, and teaming up with Racing Champions, officially licensed die-cast vehicle. This is legendary, Dad. Scale, this is a 163 scale.
These cars right here, they were so versatile. People have used them as lowriders. They've used them as drag race cars, as stock drag race eliminators. They have used them for family use. They've used them just to customize and cruise in. But the Nomad is still, in my opinion, one of the coolest of the Chevy wagons ever produced.
And now we go from the 56.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So let's move these over. You got the 55, the 256s right here, Dad. Now let's show them the legendary. Right here. The legendary. And here's another 55. We're actually going to put, let's do this. Let's bring this whole.
So 57 and 257s there.
Yep. Let's bring this Chevrolet Nomad, because this is a Bel-Air. Let's bring this Chevrolet Nomad right here. And let's put this 55 right there. So you got the 55, 56, and now you have from Fairfield Mint. Wow. Here's a Chevrolet Nomad 1957.
That's right. I wanted to bring this one back because this is such a beautiful rendition of the 1957, beautiful example of the 1957 Nomad. As you see, it too followed the same lines as the 1957 Bel-Air.
Wow, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this.
They did not cut the rear wheel openings out on this one either.
This is also from Fairfield Mint as well.
That's right. And they did not cut it out. They did it exactly by the same. This way it kept everything uniform. This was once again a two-door wagon, as always, had the ribbed roof. And once again, for the very last year they produced this, it had the 7 vertical chrome trim on the tailgate.
Yep, there it is. There's the chrome right there.
Now they did change the interior. It got the brand new dashboard. It had some brand new upholstery in there, brand new look on the interior, some of the other equipment and everything, but it had some of the equipment that the others, such as the window that went down electrically in the back and the tailgate. But it also had a 283 engine in there. And
283.
Yeah, and you could actually get one that would actually have the same amount of horsepower as cubic inches, a 283 cubic inch engine with a 283 horsepower. And this car was very beautiful as well. Matter of fact, this car was the best selling of all the Nomads, was the 1957.
Wow,
they made more of them, but people still today, the 1957 Nomad still stands out.
I love how Fairfield Mint did this 1957 Chevrolet Nomad in this baby blue with a white hardtop and the baby blue interior and the white wall tires. And the chrome that's on this car is so beautiful. I mean, it's so detailed. Also with the Chevrolet 1957 Bel-Air down here, just a beautiful, beautiful color. But also what Hot Wheels did with the 1955 Chevrolet Nomad and what Racing Champions, teaming up with Hot Rod Magazine, also with Racing Champions Mint, did with these 56 Chevy Nomads. They had all these cars, all these automobiles are history. Yeah. They are legendary. These are iconic cars that will still be here for the rest of our lives. This is incredible.
Yeah, they actually took some of the Corvette parts from and put on these cars as well, such as the ramjet and fuel injection. That was one thing that made the cars powerful as well. But if you just look at the design, I mean, it's just timeless. This car is just one of the most beautiful with the fins, with the chrome on the side, and I mean, it's just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful, timeless design. And when we go to these shows, a lot of times we see these things. I mean, it doesn't take me very long to find one, and every once in a while we do run into the Nomad, and it is just a thrill to have the chance to see one in person, to walk around it, and just once again get the feel and just get how this car, actually the beauty of this car in person.
Thank you, Fairfield Mint. Thank you, Hot Wheels. Thank you, Racing Champions, for these iconic, legendary die-casts that y'all have created. These are beautiful, and this is a show, Dad Today, that's dedicated to all of our subscribers, all of our viewers, all of our followers on YouTube and Twitter. And we're just getting started here today. If you pan over to the left of your screen, in a future video, we have a special Nomad.
Yeah.
Now, you can only see the tip of it. We're not going to show you the whole thing today, but this is an iconic, legendary, dubbed out Nomad. And this is very beautiful. So we're going to have that in a future video.
A beautiful lowrider.
It's a very beautiful lowrider. And if you pan to the right, or if you pan down to the left, we have a 1957 Chevrolet Bel-Air hardtop that we're going to be showing you in a future video as well. So those two we're going to be showing you. If you pan over here to the right, we have a whole box of Hot Wheels and Matchbox in this next show that we're going to be getting the stats on. But Dad, if they pan up to the top of the screen to where the cargo carrier is, there is a Chevy Nomad somewhere in the mix of all those incredible, legendary Hot Wheels and Matchbox.
That's right.
I wonder if they can point out the Chevrolet 1955 Nomad up there. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Very interesting. I can see it as well.
Why do you think they even made a Nomad? There was a reason. You know, they say
So we're going to
They say necessity is the mother of invention. Well, the automobile actually carved out the landscape that we know today here in the United States and around the world. But the reason that the Nomad was ever created in the first place was because they wanted a variation of a station wagon that was more sporty. It was more family friendly.
Well, this is definitely sporty and family friendly.
But families were moving from basically city areas to urban areas and up to the suburbs. And they knew that this car would be the perfect solution for those families who had families and they could carry everything they needed to go along with them, the kids and the dogs and whatever, and just go travel where they needed to travel. It's a very, very good car, but they created that car for that need, and it filled it very, very, very wonderfully. I tell you what, I could get one out there in the driveway today. I'd get me one of those things.
Hey, let us know. Let us know. Dad, there's one thing we love on the show is comments, and we thank every single one of you who comments to the show every single week. You are legendary, and we take every comment to heart, and we view every comment. And we want you to leave comments of what you think about the Chevrolet Nomad. From the 55 to the 56 to the 57. Also what you think about the Chevrolet bel-air, the 1957 Chevrolet bel-air. Also what you think about the Corvette Nomad. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments, because there's one thing we love on the show is comments. And we view every single comment that comes to the show and we take it to heart. So thank you so very much to all of you who comment week after week to this show. Thank you very much. You are legendary.
Thanks to all the die-cast makers that we have here today as well. The Fairfield Mints, the Racing Champions, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, the people who actually design, create, and produce these wonderful die-casts. Thank you so much for all your hard work.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Hot Wheels.
They are beautiful.
Thank you, Fairfield Mint. Thank you, Racing Champions, M2s, Johnny Lightnings. Thank you so very much for what you do. You are legendary. And of course, I haven't named all the die-cast makers, but that's just some of them. But Dad, now we're going to be shifting gears.
Which gear are you in?
We're going to shift in. You know what? Today's a special show, so we're going to shift into fourth gear right now.
Hang on, boys.
Hang on man. We're going to be shifting into fourth gear because today, not only do we have for all of our viewers, all of our subscribers, all of our followers on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, but we have a Hot Wheels that is incredible.
This is super cool.
This is super cool. And brother and sister brought us this iconic car yesterday.
Yep.
Brother from Hot Off the Wheels, go check out his channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, hit the notification bell. He's literally my brother. So, we have two diecast channels. And he brought us, along with my sister, he brought us this car. And this is really cool. This is the 67 Camaro. Now, this 67 Camaro is incredible because the debut of this was... And this is not the original. I just want to make everybody understand this is not the original one. The original one we'll show you in just a few minutes. If you can see in the box of Hot Wheels over here, there is an original we're going to pull out in just a minute. But first and foremost, you ready, Dad?
Hey, let's do it.
Hey, is all our subscribers ready? If you're ready right now, you ready? Our viewers ready?
You want me to say it?
All of our followers ready on Twitter?
You want me to say it for him?
What do you want to say?
I say, get on with it, boy.
Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Wow, look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is from 2019. This is brand new. This is the Treasure Hunt.
And it's already legendary.
67 Camaro. Now, the Hot Wheels 67 Camaro Treasure Hunt is of this year, 2019, but it debuted. We actually do have the original of this. We'll have to dig it out of our archives. It's called the Hot Ones. Its debut was part of the Hot Ones, produced in 1983 until now. Now, there are two Camaros, okay? This is not from the 60s. I just want to make everybody aware of that. The custom Camaro, which we'll show you in just a few minutes, was produced in 1968 through 1969. This one is the 67 Camaro. This is not the custom Camaro. This is the 67 Camaro produced in 1983 until now. Designer of this iconic legendary automobile is Larry Wood himself. Thank you, Larry Wood. You have produced a legendary automobile.
It's beautiful. That is a beautiful Camaro right there.
Now, if you notice, here it is. There is the iconic Treasure Hunt logo, flame logo on the back of the fender right there. But the color of this, and I love this. I would actually like to have this. If I got a Camaro, I would actually want to paint this as the same on my real. If I had a real 67 Camaro, I would love to paint it just like this one.
That's a beautiful, beautiful color scheme.
Yeah, the color is a sky blue.
Yeah.
The windows are clear. The interior, is black. The tempos on this are white, blue, red, and orange stripes, as you can see right here. And there is an R on the roof, and of course, let's show this R. There's an R on the roof. And then there is the flame logo on the fenders on the back of the Camaro. So this is incredible. The 67 Hot Wheels Camaro is one of the top 5 popular Hot Wheel castings ever created. Second only to the Volkswagen drag bus. How cool is that?
That is cool.
The 67 Camaro was first released in 1983. The casting was designed by Harry Bradley. Now note this. Harry Bradley designed the original 67 Camaro during the Red Line era, but Larry Wood designed the retooled, this is the retooled one, the retooled 67 Camaro, this car, which we're talking about right here, when it was debuted in 1983 for the new Hot Ones series.
That is absolutely cool right there.
Now, jumping from the 67 Camaro, y'all ready for this? We promised y'all a special show today. Before I pull this out of the box, can you spot the original custom? Now, this is not the custom. Like I said, this is from 1983. Can you spot the custom Camaro over here in this box? Can they see it, Dad?
You can pick it out.
Can you see it?
Here we go. I can tell it's blue.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. There is the original custom Camaro.
Now, I have repainted this car.
Look at this.
I had a fun time with the car. I had a lot of
Now,
character.
what color was this car before?
It was actually a darker blue with a black vinyl top.
Yes, and that is the original. This is a very, of course, like Dad said, he repainted. This is all metal. The hood opens. Got a beige interior, black steering wheel. Wow, Dad. This is iconic.
But that thing is 50 years old. So, I'm thinking, they done pretty good for a kid like me to play with a car that hard and it's still around 50 years later.
And this has the red line tires on it, which is awesome. Now, the debut of this car right here was in the series of Sweet 16. It was produced in 1968. Through 1969, it was retooled into this one from 2003 until now. The designer of this one at the top is Harry Bradley. The designer of the bottom one is Larry Wood.
That's right. That was the top one, was the very first Hot Wheel that I ever bought with my own allowance money. The next one was the 1967 Mustang, which I can show you sometime. I might have already shown you, but it's the 67 Mustang.
Wow, so you have an original 67 Mustang.
Yeah, and it was the same dark blue.
I'll tell you what we'll do. When he finds, when he pulls out
I know where that one
the
is.
67 Mustang, we'll bring back out the Camaro, and we'll put them side by side, the original ones, which will be really cool and really awesome.
The thing about it is Camaro and Mustang are still at it today.
Exactly.
They still getting it all day, man. Just see who's the best.
Here's the coolest thing. The custom Camaro was one of the first cars released in the 1968 Hot Wheels lineup. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
This is part of the Sweet 16, and it was released in spring of '68. This casting was one of the first in the lineup. Chevrolet had just released, here's a cool note about this. Chevrolet had just released a new model during the design stages of the Hot Wheels car. So during this stage of the Hot Wheels car, Chevrolet just released a new Camaro. It was a 1967 Camaro. So Harry, who designed this car, Harry made one too. Both are still a big hit till this day.
I tell you, the 1966-67 Camaros, they're who started it off. I mean, that's the ones, they were going to be Chevrolet's competition for the Mustang.
Now, here's something that's incredible. Y'all ready for it? By Mattel's account, this automobile to the top, right here, this iconic legendary Hot Wheels was the very first car released in the Hot Wheels castings.
Might be one of the first one I ever bought.
Isn't that cool? Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think. This is 50 years old right here. This casting is literally 50 years old.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like you remember all kind of things. Like the first record I ever bought with my own allowance money was the Beatles' "I Want to Hold Your Hand." On the back side, on the B side was "I Saw Her Standing There," and I still got that 45 record too.
We have new subscribers, we have new viewers, we have new followers on Twitter, we have new subscribers and new viewers on YouTube and also on Facebook. I want to take a moment and we want to thank every single one of you.
You guys are simply blessings to us. I mean, major blessings, and we thank y'all so much. But we just, anybody who watches, feel free to hit the subscription button and let us know how much you really enjoy it. It really does us good, and then we kind of know how to, do our shows too, and we really give us some ideas of some of the things you might like to see and things. So that'd be kind of cool. But we really enjoy bringing these from our collection to let you see and to give you some history of the American automobile and how it applies to the history that we have in this country as well.
Dad, look at all the iconic, legendary automobiles, from the Nomads to the Bel-Airs to these original 67 Camaro to the treasure hunt Camaro that we have shown our viewers, our subscribers, and our followers here today. This has been an iconic, legendary show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are literally just getting started with this show. And we have so many die-casts to show you coming up in new shows. And
we got some real cool stuff. All I can tell you, we got some real cool stuff.
If you have not subscribed to the Hot Legendary Wheels channel, do it now. If you have not followed us on Twitter, do it now. Here's the deal. We are right now at 106 subscribers, and this show today was mark of subscribers, and we went over that, and we thank you for that. But now we want to get to the 130 mark or the 150 mark of subscribers. Also, We want to get on Twitter. We have over 20,000 views on Twitter. We want to get up to 50,000 views on Twitter.
Oh, that'd be nice.
We have 23 followers on Twitter. We want to get up to 50 followers on Twitter. So, if we get up to 100 and let's say 50 subscribers on YouTube, we're going to bring out Dad's original Mustang. That is 50 years old now.
That's a
Hot Wheels Mustang.
That's the second car I bought.
Yep, second car.
From Hot Wheels.
And then we'll put it next to this original 67 Hot Wheels Camaro. We'll put them side by side, but we'll throw in something else. We'll throw in another special treasure hunt.
Also, boy, I tell you what, we have what I enjoy. I enjoy the automobile.
Yes.
I love the automobile. I enjoy working on them. I enjoy seeing them restored. I don't like to see them crushed. Exactly. I like to see them restored. And I like to see them put back into service, back where people will have some account of what that car was like in its day. And I hope that everybody will enjoy that when they go to shows. Pay close attention. You can see where the automobile has come from and where it is today, and all the path along the way, the steps it took to get it here. So,
and let us know what you think about the show today. Let us know what you think about these different die-cast models from Hot Wheels, from Racing Champions, from Fairfield Mint. Let us know. Leave those comments. Like I said, we view every single comment. We take every comment to heart. You are legendary to all of our subscribers, all of our viewers, all of our followers. You are legendary, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what y'all do.
Yes, we
This
do.
show is only possible because of y'all, and we thank you for what you do. And Dad, to all of the die-cast makers, to all of the people that are behind the scenes that mold these die-casts, that work hard to build these die-cast cars so that we can enjoy them. Dad, I want to take a moment and thank every single one of them.
y'all are very special, and we thank y'all. Y'all have a very wonderful craft and a very good gift of making these cars. We thank y'all so much.
And like I said, this next show, we have these stats to all the cars from the Hot Wheels and Matchbox in this box right here.
So don't miss it.
Don't miss it. And then, there's also a special police car that is up top near the Chevrolet Nomad. We're going to have the stats of that police car in this next show. And it's an original Hot Wheels. You don't want to miss it. So much coming up in this next show. Thank y'all so very much. Thank you for blessing us with over 100 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you for blessing us with over 20,000 views on Twitter. Thank you for blessing us with following us on Facebook, viewing our shows also on Facebook. Thank you so very much. Thank you to all the die-cast makers. This show is only possible because of each and every one of y'all. And Dad, there's one thing we've got to say.
That's right.
Keep being
Legendary!